Hello and welcome back to Milton's Model Railway. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to create these realistic platforms. So to create the platforms, I do it in two parts really. The edging and the top. The top is just a scale model scenery kit of the weathered asphalt with concrete slab coping platform texture kit. You get 5 in each pack, and I bought an extra pack of the coping edging strips as well to go along there. For the edging, I use the Pico concrete edging strips. These are very nice, they just clip in together along the back and you can make a row as long as you want, as long as your platform is. It could go for miles if you wanted to. I've just applied these at the front, they've been painted weathered. I'll show you guys how to do this. It's very simple, you just clip them all in, paint them, weather them, glue them to the edge of your platform, and they're good to go. Let's jump right into it and show you, starting off with the edging strips by Pico, how to create the platforms. Now I start off by creating a concrete undertone using the matte medium grey aqua colour paint. I think this gives off a nice concrete colour, just so any spots where the weathering is slightly missed, instead of this pale sort of beige colour, you see the concrete sort of grey, giving it a more realistic look. The only annoying thing with these paints, you have to sit here for about 5 minutes giving it a shake, otherwise it's too watery. But it creates a really nice colour, so it can be justified. Once you've shaken it for around 5 minutes, it should be fine. Just use your paintbrush and paint everywhere, all over, making sure not to leave any of these small little gaps. Just paint and cover it all. You don't need to do the top, as this will be covered, so don't worry about that. It's a long job, but I'll see you guys when I'm done. So they're all painted up now. I'll leave them to dry. They should need a second coat, but that's not much of a problem, as this paint is quite cheap. You can pick it up from like Hobbycraft for a couple of quid. So once these are dry, I'll go give them a second coat. I won't make you guys sit through and watch that. Once I give them the second coat, then I have to weather them, and I'll catch you guys when I'm ready to start weathering. So I've given the second coat, and as you can see, it's now a nice base layer of grey. Now we're going to go over and weather it. The two things you need to weather it is a little sponge, and what I like to use is the Rail Match Sleeper Grime. I know this is meant for sleepers, but it actually does give off a really nice weathered effect for the platform sides. I'd recommend doing this one section at a time, because as it dries very quick if you do it outside. So just start off with by going over, spraying the whole thing. Once you've sprayed it, go over with the sponge, just dabbing it. Do this for just a solid 30 seconds or more. This just takes off a little layer of the spray, creating a weathered look, and you can still see the concrete undertone. when this dries, you get a really nice effect. Now you want to make sure each section is slightly different to create a really nice dimensional effect. I'm getting attacked by ants here. So some sections you want to rub off a bit more than the others, and some you want to leave it quite coated, just depending on the look that you want to go for. As you can see, we get a really nice effect. Now you just want to repeat this for every single piece you've got. Alright, so I'll just leave them to dry for a couple of hours, and I'll catch you guys in the next bit. Right, so as you can see, this side has already been glued into place. So all that leaves us to do is show you how to glue in the other side. As you can see, it's slightly too long, so we are going to have to cut off this slight bit. You can just use a little saw for that, it's not going to be too difficult. Now we've got it down to the right length, you just want to make sure all pieces are securely together, so they're nice and flush at the top. See, it's the perfect length for the platform. So now what you're going to go ahead and do is grab some glue. This is some Yoo-hoo glue, and just cover all along the tops and the bottom. And then go ahead and put it into position. What I find really helps is you can use a couple of G-clamps just to hold it in place. Now that this side is glued in place, we can get on with doing the top of the platforms. So to cut it out, I'm just using a craft knife and a rule, just to make really nice straight edges. Just going to cut it out, the outline first of all, just so it's easier to measure up and cut to the right size for the platform. I'm just scoring along this line and folding it underneath, gluing it together just like the kit says. Just put a train on top just to hold it down whilst it's drying. The next job is just to line it up with the front of the platform and mark where it needs to be cut. Just using your knife, just score a little mark and cut along it. Then take it over to your workbench using the ruler to make sure it's a very nice straight clean cut, and your craft knife, just cut out the rest. Then just using a paintbrush, spread some PVA glue evenly over the top of the surface, making sure there's not many lumps of glue. It's all nice and flat and even, so the paper sticks down nice and flat. Now just finish off by cutting out another edging strip to go on the far side of the platform. Score along the middle as the same as last time. Fold it over and glue it into place. And there you have it. That's how you create these wonderful platforms. Obviously, you just keep repeating this for each part of the platform, each platform you've got, and along the back if you've got a bay platform. As you can see, it's starting to come together really nice and does create a really nice realistic effect. So that is it. I'll see you guys in part 2 where we are completing the rest of it. It'll be a much quicker video as I won't show you the process on how I do it. It'll just be a quick assembly and fixing up bits around it here and there, like access to the stations, some access steps, other little bits and pieces and detailing for the station. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Please make sure to like and subscribe. See you then.